So here comes PV Sindhu, who will start favourite for this women's singles final, although there is just a suspicion she's not 100% fit. She wasn't moving completely freely yesterday in her semi-final. And here's Michelle Lee. It's going to be the 10th meeting between these two. Lee had a phenomenal match yesterday to save match points against Kirsty Gilmore to get through and guarantee herself at least a silver medal. So two very experienced players on court. They meet for the toss. My name's Trevor Harris. Alongside me is Paul Hand this morning. Mentioned that Sindhu has the upper hand over Lee, Paul. 8-2 in the head-to-head, and in recent times she's been utterly dominant against the Canadian. Just looking at the semi-finals there, you can see Sindhu coming through 2-love against Yeo, although, as I said, she looked like she wasn't pain-free or injury-free. Michelle Lee, as mentioned, saved match points against Kirsty Gilmore. That went 3 games. And Michelle Lee has had, as Paul was saying, problems against Sindhu as of late. Sindhu trying to complete the set. She got a bronze in 2014, a single in 2018. Now she's going for gold here. Michelle Lee, first Canadian to win a Commonwealth Games gold in Glasgow. That was in 2014, and in fact in that event she beat Sindhu in an epic semi-final, 22-20, 22-20. Well, that was one of the 2 victories that she's had. Not been completely serene progress for PV Sindhu. Dropped a game against Go of Malaysia in the quarterfinals, and then 2 relatively close games against Yeo in the semis. First 2 matches fairly straightforward. Michelle Lee's progress through to this final, fairly straightforward until that semi. She showed tremendous resilience to fight back and save those 3 match points and then get through in the 3rd game.
Birmingham's gold medal Monday. Let's make some noise for our competitors. PV Sindhu of India and Michelle Lee of
Canada. Gatan of India is our umpire here. And I don't think PV Sindhu will be short of support in the arena. See that strapping on the left leg there. Very interesting to see how mobile she is, particularly early on in this match. Got the impression yesterday she was definitely playing within herself in that semi-final. It's just basically sheer talent and mental strength and desire that got her through. Will that be enough, though, if she is still struggling against the experienced Canadian Michelle Lee?
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Michelle Lee, Canada. And on my left, Pusarla v. Sindhu, India.
Safe to say she's got the crowd on her side. She's an incredibly popular woman wherever she goes to play.
Michelle Lee to serve. Level. Play.
Yeah, and a great role model for the sport of badminton. Here we go then. Women's final, Lee to serve. I think one of the fascinating things will be whether Lee is able to move Sindhu around. If she just senses that the Indian's struggling a little bit and isn't completely mobile, can she be ruthless and take advantage of that?
Service over. 1 all.
Well, she looked pretty good playing that shot.
1.
Well, really positive start this from the Indian. I don't think she wants to be out here for too long, Paul. Yeah, just my impression, she's moving just a little better than she did yesterday, but very early days, obviously.
Service over. 2-3.
Lee was actually born in Hong Kong. She moved to Canada as a 6-year-old. Actually got an international call-up at 17, and she only took the game up when she was 11. Fast learner. Terrific again from the former world champion.
Service over. 4-2.
Really good play there for
Service
Michelle
over.
Lee, but slight
3,
concern, the Indian didn't
4.
even chase that, unusually.
Yeah, unless it was a really bad error of judgment, that was a bit concerning. Well, she is really testing PV Sindhu. She does have an issue, Michelle Lee. And that's what you have to do. That strapping actually slightly different from what we saw yesterday in the semi-final. It was higher up, but clearly something not quite right fitness-wise for Sindhu. And Lee doing her best to take advantage for her. That's intriguing, this, because clearly Sindhu wants to play shorter rallies. Lee quite happy to keep the exchanges going, although she could do nothing with that.
Standout feature of Sindhu's game is her power, particularly on the backhand and the smash. But of course, it's all founded around good movement. Oh, lovely little clip down there from the Canadian. That was nice. And she'll be feeling, I guess, inside like she's playing with house money, frankly, having, you know, just made that terrific comeback win against Kirsty Gilmore, saving 3 match points.
I don't think she's going to get any joy from this challenge, the Indian. That looked, yeah, well in.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
If you are new to badminton, players get 2 challenges per game. If they are successful, then they keep that particular challenge. So, that not being the case, she has 1 left.
Service over 6-5.
Well, I know she wants to play short rallies, but that's ridiculous. She'll be very frustrated with that. That's more like it.
Searing signature straight smash from Sindhu. Really nice. She's got a furrowed brow. She's really focused. She's always had an incredible attitude and never say die spirit. She'll getting stuck in there.
Badminton's featured on every single competitive day of these games. It's one of 5 sports still standing, so to speak, of the 20 we had initially. That's lovely from Lee.
Service over 7-all.
She's mixing it up nicely, isn't she, Michelle Lee? Using all of her variety, keeping the Indian guessing.
Off the top of the tape. I think we know who he's supporting.
Yes, he's quite animated early in this match, isn't he?
7.
Sindhu just so used to these kind of occasions. She broke the top 20 in the rankings when she was aged 17 back in September 2012. So familiar with these big stage matches. 2019 Basel World Champion, of course. Medalled 5 times at the Worlds.
Yeah, and she's been in good form this year in the Singapore Open, Swiss Open and the Syed Modi.
Little bark of delight from the Indian #1 and world number 7. Just 6 world ranking spots separating these two, favouring Sindhu.
Service over 8-9.
Very focused look in those eyes. Dealing with some deep clears there, the Indian. Pegged back to the back line. Michelle Lee with that sort of regular smile that we see on her face. She's normally pretty relaxed, swaggering around the court, looks carefree, but very focused.
Just a few uncharacteristic, unforced errors from both of them actually at the moment. But Sindhu will certainly take that scoreline as they go for the mid-game interval. 11-8 in the Indians' favour.
Yeah, the familiar coach of Park Tae-sung coming on for Sindhu. And, Mike Butler for the Canadian. One of the two.
12-8.
The ability that great players have just to move up a gear when required.
Oh, she's just missed that as well. Michelle Lee pulling the trigger with the cross smash and didn't quite find its mark. Sindhu teasing out error, asking that extra question, enjoying the sort of medium to slow conditions, the Indian, with her big, aggressive game. Just gives her that little bit more time to assemble her 5'11" frame, the 27-year-old.
Landed that one beautifully though, just to stop the rock.
Service over 9-14.
Well, the Canadian needs to sort of reflect back on 2014, where she beat in the Commonwealths PV Sindhu twice in that year at the Emirates Arena. And once of those was in the semi-final back in 2014. It came through 22-20, 22-20.
That was the epic match we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
But I guess that's a long time ago now.
Yeah, and also, that has been subsequently avenged, that loss by Sindhu. Last Commonwealth Games on the Gold Coast 2018, and the score was 21-18, 21-8 to the Indian on that day. So Michelle hasn't had a win over the Indian since then.
Yeah, and that kind of dominance gets into your head. Well, and all of a sudden there's some serious daylight on that scoreboard. Indian fans absolutely lapping it up. I still don't think that PV Sindhu's moving with 100% freedom, but she's at the moment just about in her comfort zone.
Yeah, she's managed her game well, she's managed her movement well. She's not lights out quite yet. I think she's probably in 4th of 5 gears, just pedaling along smoothly. Nothing too jarring on that left Achilles calf. And of course, that's the most common racket sports injury you can get. Very delicate area, a lot of force goes through the bottom of the leg there. On the a regular basis, covering all four corners of the court. That's beautiful from the Canadian. Lovely straight drop. Now that'll encourage her. She was doing that well against Gilmore yesterday. There's the fluidity starting to flow from her racket. It's been a little staccato so far.
Yeah, there's been no consistency. That's why she's 5 points behind.
Twelve, 16.
Remember, Sindhu's won the last 6, 5 of them in straight games. And there's the searing pace that we're so familiar with on our TV screens from PV Sindhu. Arrow-like in its flight path, straight down the line. She's playing bossy badminton right now, and she's rewarded with a 5-point cushion.
Yeah, it was a fine shot from Sindhu, but Lee's clear was just nowhere near deep enough. You let Sindhu's 5'10" jump smash you from mid-court, you're going to have a problem. It's a real Purits-evident performance so far from Michelle Lee. It's almost like it's feast or famine on every shot.
Yeah, she does like to roll the dice when she plays, you know, but she's a streaky kind of player, the Canadian. When she's on, she's almost unplayable. She showed a lot of those sort of spurts against Kirsty Gilmore out on 2 yesterday. Brilliant match win.
Would be 17.
What's nice here, of course, at the Commonwealth is that you get a lot of the players coming out supporting not only their team members, but a lot of the other sides as well. It's coming to learn and watch and savour this quality badminton.
Yeah, and you also get athletes from that nation's team from other sports,
Yeah,
which
really
is great to see. So the lead down to 3 now. Big point this for Michelle Lee. Just as I mentioned a moment ago, when she really needs to pull something out, Sindhu invariably does. Just when Lee was thinking maybe she had a glimmer, Sindhu produces that delicious angle.
Looks very determined, the Indian. Terrific response from Lee, and much needed at this stage. Just nibbling away at the scoreboard arrears nicely. Good body language here. Got to get her teeth in now with a run of points.
It's okay, I think. More damage to her pride, I think, than any physical problem.
It was a stunning body attack, wasn't it? And Michelle did well there to make a play. Always smiling.
She kind of did well to also rock back and cushion the landing, didn't she? Because so often you see players injure their ankles when they're making those kind of jerky movements.
Well, we've touched on the fact that the Indian might have a little bit of a niggle, you know, but Michelle had a lot of Achilles problems, you know, a while back. For quite a long time she was impeded herself. So it's good to see her moving well and free-flowing.
So 5 game points for PV Sindhu. Remember, chasing her first individual Commonwealth Games gold medal. Got one for the mixed team 4 years ago. Got a bronze and a silver in the women's singles. Never a gold, not yet. 21-15 it is. And the former world champion means business here in Birmingham this morning. Michelle Lee playing catch-up. They're back on the court. Sindhu's too often, from Lee's perspective, being either mid-court or at the net, causing trouble.
PV Sindhu so quick to pounce on that game point opportunity. Notched that away really well. Very decisive.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
They've been very popular here, the dancers, during the interval.
They've been resilient, haven't they? Day after day. You know, it's been a long games. They've been dancing all around all the different venues as well. Fans still spilling in, trying to catch a glimpse of this. A few selfie moments going on.
You're actually on during the interval in the men's singles, by the way. I don't know if anyone's told you. So, can Michelle Lee find some kind of comeback here against PV Sindhu? And can she do what her coach is beseeching her to try and achieve, which is to try and push the Indian back? Because too often, the double Olympic medalist has been dictating the rallies.
Play.
Sindhu with her big game, so good at playing the match on her terms, normally so dictatorial. Can Michelle Lee get some early traction here?
And the other thing, if Lee has any genuine designs to getting back into this match, she has to cut out some of these unforced errors, because, you know, they're killing her. It was the difference, I think, or partly the difference in the first game. Sindhu making far fewer unnecessary mistakes.
Yeah, I was going to say the Canadians been finding the back line better in the early exchanges in this game, but then just misses the sideline.
Started with a short lift from Lee, and then she was always behind in that rally, never had the initiative. That was actually a kind of microcosm of the way the match has gone so far, I reckon.
Terrific backhand there from Sindhu.
And you wouldn't be human if it doesn't get into your head. When you've lost 6 times on the spin to a specific opponent, and then you lose the opening game, you wouldn't be human if you weren't at least partly affected psychologically. Thoughts going through your head, I just can't beat this player.
I think that's why you do see her smiling a lot, because it's almost like a nervous default setting a little for the Canadian. This is a really tough ask for her.
Absolute arrow straight down the line.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few of those, haven't we, in the opening game as well. Just hit with such precision and commitment. Look at the focus in her eyes and just not holding back at all there. Beautiful strike.
And that was pretty much from the back line.
Well, one of the ways to play against Sindhu, because she is tall, is to body attack her. But there she was just so super mobile, just contorting her frame out of the way and deflecting that into the corner wonderfully. Seeing the shuttle so well, focusing.
Yeah, almost instinctive, that. Impressive response, though, from Lee.
And this is what the crowd have been sort of hoping for, lusting for. Both players bring their A-game simultaneously. Hopefully it's starting to bubble up a little bit now. Canadian looking better.
Late decision, but a correct one. Oh, no, it's called in.
Well, you often get these kind of challenges. I think the players sort of struggle a little when it's the far back line. So we're going upstairs on a rare occasion. And credit to the lines judges. They've done a grand job, haven't they?
One challenge remaining.
Always looked at, didn't it?
Service over 5-3. Play.
Yeah, the line judges, the volunteers at these games. Done a terrific job. The ones you see mopping the court, they're up throughout the whole of Birmingham, at train stations, at airports, here at the NEC, all the venues. About 14,000 of them, apparently, known as the Commonwealth Collective. Yeah, last day for them, last day for all of us.
Yeah, they're so warm and welcoming as well, aren't they? They've got a lovely manner. They've staged this event beautifully.
And once again, Lee just letting herself down with some of these mistakes. Can't afford against a player of Sindhu's talent.
Yeah, she's got to be careful not to cut herself adrift here. She's just hemorrhaging errors at the moment, is Lee. And all credit to Pusarla, who's just very, very focused and steely-eyed right now. She's on a mission. Good front runner as well.
Well, just nothing's working, is it, for Michelle Lee right now?
9-3.
Well, the Canadians stopping the run of points of the Indian at 5.
Service over 4-9.
Yeah, you just sense, though, the damage may have been done. Okay, she's not even halfway in this game, Sindhu, but hardly making an error. Lee has to win all the points, or most of them, that she has on the ball, whereas Sindhu's getting a few gifts, as well as the excellence of some of the winners that she plays.
And where for Michelle, things came really almost effortlessly in game 2 and 3 against Gilmore yesterday. You can see how she just grapples with the game style of Sindhu. It's almost like for Sindhu, the Canadians' game fits hand in glove.
Well, that's a big lead, or potentially will be, at the mid-game interval. Lucky net call there for Lee. Otherwise, she would have been 7 points behind. That's a nice little drop shot from Lee. Hasn't won too many of those net exchanges.
Yeah, there's been the odd shard of light, hasn't there? But nothing sustained. That was gorgeous. Needs to knit a few of those together, get back on terms and evolve, generate some confidence. Easier said than done.
So it's still a 5-point advantage for PV Sindhu at the mid-game break, and Lee with a lot to ponder.
Next time, shift right to right service dance.
Well, that's just brilliant from Sindhu. Lee ends up down and out, certainly literally, maybe metaphorically, in about 5 or 10 minutes.
It was a high-quality point, wasn't it? Very high tempo. Precision finish from Sindhu. Look at that. Exquisite. Michelle Lee giving her all. And as ever, smiling. I love these shuttle arrangements.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's great.
Very creative whoever's put that together. Shuttle art.
If you topple one of them, I think they'll all come down like a pack of dominoes.
We've had virtual full houses for the badminton since the individual tournaments began on Wednesday. And it's actually been a perfect mix. Obviously the home crowd has enjoyed some success from the English players. We've had a lot of Indian fans in. We've had fans from like the Falkland Islands have been here.
Yeah.
I've seen Bermudians here.
We've seen a lot of Indians as well. There's 100
Yeah.
Balti houses in Birmingham. But, yeah, they've been in full force. A lot of different nationalities. Great to see. And they've been warmly greeted throughout. It's been really well received, and people enjoying just mixing across various different sports. The buzz has been good.
Just diving, hockey, squash, table tennis and badminton. That's the only 5 left. Every time Lee kind of thinks maybe there's a glimmer here, it just gets snuffed out.
Yeah, you sense she's building the point nicely, but just can't seem to finish on a regular basis. That's been the problem. Sindhu's been tidier throughout and controlling her undulations far better. She's just been more stable and flatlining nicely. Very steady.
Late call, and I think that's why Sindhu wants Hawkeye to have a look. Nothing wrong with the line judge just taking a moment to assess and then make his decision, but sometimes players can take that as being indecision. Completely correct again.
Challenge unsuccessful, 1 challenge remaining. Service over, 9-15. Play.
this rally. And it won by a winner in the end from Michelle Lee. And you can hear what the crowd think.
It was an absolute lungbuster, that one, wasn't it? Terrific. Both athletes just drained after this 11-day badminton bonanza, and this just such a climatic kind of point. Wonderful. Really good finish from the Canadian. Sindhu asking a lot of questions. Intact, and defence is just breached at the end there. But she's been moving very well. Impressive, both.
And on such points, sometimes matches can turn.
Yeah, because psychologically, you know, having gone through the ringer there, both of them, and then when you come out winning that kind of point, it just gives you that little extra kick. A real tonic and a wounder to the loser.
Play.
Just a little pressure reliever there for Sindhu.
That's the problem. She knows when she lifts, she's got to get it really deep. Canadian.
That was a tentative one, wasn't it? It's a jerky movement, not her usual smooth self.
Yeah, and that little bark of disbelief and frustration afterwards, the way she just turned away. So irritated by that, having worked so hard to get 2 points in a row moments ago.
But if she does lose this match, I think she'll look back on some of the errors that she's made, and then she'll think about some of the shots like these that she's played and think what might have been.
Yeah, the surge has to come now. It's been good, positive signs. She's walking that tightrope of tempered aggression.
Every point now that Sindhu wins, greeted with cheers from the Indian contingent inside the NEC of all ages.
High quality shot from Sindhu right there. She knows how momentous that was. A really searing smash from Sindhu, who did well there. Sweet strike. It's got her right in the ascendancy.
Getting closer and closer to that elusive Commonwealth Games individual gold medal, PV Sindhu. Misjudgment there.
Service over 13-17.
Well, she won the World Youth Commonwealth Games in 2011 on the Isle of Man, did Sindhu. She'd love dearly to get the senior title as well, and things are looking imminently that way. Michelle Lee smiling again.
Is that a smile of resignation, I wonder?
Slightly submissive.
Cutting a very frustrated figure at the moment, Michelle Lee. Sindhu is just 2 points away now. It's wide, and here are 7 championship points for Sindhu.
20, match point 18.
She's done it. The promised land at last for the former world #2, double Olympic medalist, and now she's got the full set at the Commonwealth Games. Bronze in 2014, silver 4 years ago, and now she's struck gold in Birmingham. And plenty of fans here to see her do it. Michelle Lee just never really threatened on the day to upset the #1 seed.
She's delighted with that, and rightly so. It was a terrific, really focused performance, and she was far steadier. And again, just the big match player coming through in this popcorn encounter. All top 15 clash. And PV Sindhu, well, that was just terrific. 15 and 13, and allaying any of those concerns about possible, hampered movement. She was moving great, and she made some good decisions. Terrific match. Fans delight in that. Really good match.
48 minutes on court. And there weren't too many scares, to be honest. We wondered about her fitness. Didn't seem to bother her as much as it did yesterday. Movement was a bit better. We had that one magnificent rally. Well, there were lots of great rallies, but the one in the second game that Lee won, and you thought, oh, maybe that's going to cause a shift in the momentum, but it didn't.
Yeah, that was the longest rally of the match, wasn't it? 13-8, I think it was. And yeah, psychologically, it was really good. You thought she might get back into it, but not so in the end. It belonged to PV Sindhu, who was just steadfast and steady all the way, really. Nothing too elaborate, but just good decision-making, good execution on the day. Lovely moments. You never tire of watching anybody win a title.
And won it in style.
I know everybody's going to want to hear from you, but just very quickly, how are you feeling? Commonwealth Games champion. I've been waiting for this Commonwealth Games gold for a long time now, and finally I got it. So I'm super happy.
Just a hugely popular woman right around the world. That's why she has so many endorsements. Real poster girl of women's badminton.
Yeah, she had just a wall of support behind her, didn't she, throughout, and she's very gracious for that. Terrific win for the Basel World Champion of 2019 and the World Tour Grand Finals champion as well of 2018, adding another big title to her bulging trophy cabinet.
Well, there's the tail of the tape. That rally we were talking about was 57 shots. Just over 3/4 of an hour on court. And as I say, Michelle Lee never really did enough to hurt PV Sindhu in any way in either game. Match we witness where PV Sindhu achieved the ambition that she's held for a long time,
The medal ceremony
getting that elusive
for the
goal.
women's singles badminton event.
Gentlemen at the back, there's all about medals. That is an impressive collection.
Birmingham.
Two very
Please
experienced
welcome
women
the
competed in this
medalists.
final. 27 years of age Sindhu, 30 Michelle Lee. Neither has lost a scintilla of enthusiasm for the sport. We do have a lot of Indian fans in the arena today. You can see the idolatry that exists between the Indians and PV Sindhu, one of their favourite daughters in world sport.
The medals will be presented by Hannah Norbury, Marketing Director of LucasAid Sport. Accompanied by Nikos Vladimirou, Technical Delegate of the Badminton World Federation. Bronze medalist from Singapore, Yo Ja Ming.
23 years old, the Singaporean who beat Kirsty Gilmore yesterday in that bronze medal match, 21-14 and then 22-20 in a very tightly contested second game. And a good games this for Singapore in badminton. Big part of their mixed team medal success as well.
Silver medalist from Canada, Michelle Lee.
The champion back in 2014 in Glasgow, where she beat Sindhu in an epic semi-final. Sindhu avenges that defeat today. Michelle Lee, so fit. Won a 5th Pan Am singles title earlier this year. No sign of slowing up. I think if he'd offered her silver at the start, she might have accepted that. Number 2 seed.
Gold medalist and Commonwealth Games champion from India, PV Sindhu.
Ambition realised for Pusarla Sindhu. In terms of potential injuries, but nothing stopped her achieving that long-held ambition. She said in an interview courtside, she's been after that medal for a long time. And she's won pretty much everything, including a world championship. Here comes the Indian anthem
of India.
Great to see a virtual full house inside hall number 5 here at the NEC, where the badminton has played out over the last 11 days.
Once again, Birmingham, please
These 3
show
women
your
can
appreciation
now relax and
for the
enjoy the
Commonwealth
experience.
Games medalists.
.48-minute final. 21-15, 21-13 was probably about right. That was probably the level of supremacy that Sindhu had over Michelle Lee, and he enjoyed it. Put the coach into the act as well. And of course, he's got the World Championship coming up in Japan in a couple of weeks' time, so it's a pretty good build-up. Oh, we've got the whole team in for the photo. And of course, there's Indian involvement in the next 2 finals as well, the men's singles and the men's doubles. A photo, a selfie, whatever. Just pursued by fans wherever she goes in the world, Sindhu. going to sign some flags and some shirts. In Indian sport, it's basically the cricketers and PV Sindhu who attract this kind of attention. This will be an interesting selfie from that height. This will take a little bit of focusing in. There you go, no problem. Great scenes here in Birmingham. And Sindhu's smile says it all, really. And I don't think the Indians have finished yet, potentially with gold medals. We've got Lakshya Sen coming up in the men's singles, and also Ranki Reddy and Shetty in the men's doubles. Arguably one of the most powerful pairs in the world. Well done again, and PV Sindhu, Commonwealth Games champion 2022.
You need to go viral. You need to go viral. Woo!